Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. All right, y'all know what it is. Now let me get you caught up real quick, right? Okay, Sarah, uh, she's with her dude, Blue, and Blue put 4 kids in her in 6 years. But then Blue, he up and disappears, right? Gone. Turns out he's in jail in another state. So one of the folks that knew Blue, they step to Sarah and they tell her, look, I'm going to help you out. We can get some money. We're going to set up some dope boys. I'm going to put you on them and you're going to do your thing. Like I said, Sarah was a beautiful woman. So she agreed to it because she had to take care of her kids. Simple as that. Sometimes we say we wouldn't do certain things, but when you get put in certain situations and you think that you don't have an option, then that's what you do. It's what you end up doing. So check this out. She sets up this dude, and I'm talking about they clean house. They got plenty of money. It took us 7 months to do it, right? But the payoff in the end, it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money, but it was a lot of dirty money. But it put her in a position to be able to move from the hood to a rent-controlled suburb. Okay? Now, rent-controlled, I know some of you may or may not know what that is, but anyway, it's Section 8 housing where they have these nice places that people can live in, but they pay rent based off of the income that they earn. If you get assistance from the state, the amount of rent that you might pay is super duper low, right? So she was getting assistance from the state, but didn't nobody know, including the state, know that she had all of this money that she had stashed away, right? Through from this setup of this dope boy, right? But this was going to put her in a position where she could be in a better neighborhood, her kids could go to a better school, and she could take her time to build herself up and get out of this situation, this dark place that she's in. So that's what she does. Now, she didn't move to this area by herself because she had a couple of girlfriends that she had known that turns out that they work for folks too. You see what I'm saying? So all of them move into the same neighborhood with one goal in mind, helping their kids. And that's what a lot of people find themselves doing sometimes. It's hard out there. And when you come from a dark place, you find yourself in a dark place to where you think that this is the option for me. And I just want to share these type of stories with you. Now here, let's get back to it. Now Sarah, she's got a few months where she can relax and chill and all of this kind of stuff and spend time with her kids, and all that old kind of stuff. And everything is going just great. Everything is going great. And then one day, she's back in the old neighborhood, just walking around, visiting and talking to some friends and stuff like that, because they think that she's turned it around. She's created this whole story for herself that she's selling to people to explain why she was able to move out of the neighborhood. But the streets talk. The streets talk, and then she's trying to create her own narrative. She's telling people, she's going to school, she's doing better, this is that. But the streets are talking to her. She's out here working for folks and them setting up dope boys. You see what I'm saying? So everybody hears, but don't nobody know for sure, but all of a sudden like that, she's in a better situation. Now, this dope boy that ended up getting robbed, he's still in the hospital. They say he's not going to be the same dude that he was before. And when you're in the streets, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. He doesn't even really know who she is or who got him. So it's really nothing for him to go on. And he doesn't have the money or the connections that he has, so nobody's really going to give him that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the streets is. Ain't no love lost in the streets, y'all. Ain't no love lost in the streets. To get that kind of information so he can get his lick back, he going to need some money. And he doesn't have it. When you go up, you come down faster. And people treat you that way. So now, New year. And it's time for Sarah to go back to work. Folks and them got another move for her. But this time, They want to step it up. They want to step it up because, see, these are real con men. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of people get their money different ways. And folks, these particular folks was con men. So they meet people all over the place, all over the state, in different states. You understand what I'm saying? And this time, they wanted Sarah to not get a dope boy, but get this wealthy lawyer. This dude is a lawyer. Got money, but he's a freak. Yeah, he's a freak. See, folks now happen to one day end up selling him some dope, right? See, folks now, one of folks' brothers got a catering service. You understand what I'm saying? And at this catering service, see, folks with the catering service, he's trying to move up and do it the right way. And every now and then he'll use folks and them to work for him at the catering service because they want to help him. Plus, folks and them trying to be slick and take advantage of him. They trying to find new customers because people getting high, smoking weed, snorting cocaine and all this and that at these parties. So they thinking, hey, if they doing it to parties on the street level, they got to be doing it up here in, you know what I'm saying, in these big high-rise apartments in these condos, right? And they were right. So they were trying to find a rich clientele. So they happened to be working one of Bruh's catering events one time, and they found out that, you know, some people in there, they like to snort their cocaine. So they did what they did. You had this wealthy lawyer, he's sitting at the bar. They had a bar at this particular catering event, right? And folks are sitting behind the bar. He working the bar, you know what I'm saying? And so the lawyer asked me, he said, do you know anybody that might have something? And then he took his hand and he hit his nose. And folks know what he's talking about. But folks played him to the left because, you know, around these type of folks, you know, they could be setting you up. The police could be right around the corner. And he didn't want to mess his brother up with his catering service. So he leaned down on the bar. He said, what are you looking for? What's going on? What are you talking about? So the lawyer looks around and all this and that, right? And he said, you know what I'm talking about. And he said, look, I tell you what, I don't do nothing like that. But while he said it, he's looking at him and he winked his eye. And the lawyer understood exactly what was going on. Bruh wasn't sure of him, so he wanted to make sure he didn't say anything that could be recorded that could get him in trouble, but he winked his eye and let him know, I got you. So he said, well, let me go take me a restroom break. I'm going to go take me a restroom break. And the lawyer waits a couple of minutes and he gets up. He follows Bruh to the restroom. When he gets to the restroom, Bruh grab him, push him into the stall, grab his shirt, trying to see if he's got on a watch. The lawyer doesn't have on a watch, and the lawyer's not tripping. The lawyer just puts his hands up because he knows what Bruh's trying to do, trying to make sure that he can trust him. Make sure that he doesn't have on a watch. So when Bruh finished frisking him, the lawyer said, are you satisfied? He said, now can we do business? And Bruh was like, yeah. He said, what you looking for? He said, I'm just looking for something to get me through this party, this boring party. So he said, yeah, I got you. I got you. He said, give me a few minutes, though. I got to go down to my car. So he said, okay, I'll be back in a few minutes, you know what I'm saying, and then meet me at the bar. So the lawyer leaves out first. Then Bruh comes out, and he goes back to the bar to let folks know, look, I'll be right back. I got to go to the car. And he wink at Bruh. Bruh look at him like, oh, okay then. He go down to the car. He grab one of his sacks, bring it back up, get to the lawyer. The lawyer takes it, goes into the restroom, take care of his business. Come back out, oh, he's, man, on top of the world, feeling good. Now he sat down at the bar, drinking, laughing, kicking it with Bruh like he been knowing him all his life. But he just met him. But he liked what he got. And he want more of it. Now, Bruh they're excited and happy too, right? Because everybody in this particular place had to have money. Had to have money. And then he's telling them he's a lawyer and he's doing this and doing that and he's running his mouth. See, when you get high, you get to talking. Saying too much. Especially when you're around people from the streets. You better keep your mouth shut. So this lawyer, he's running his mouth saying all kinds of things to Bruh they sucking it up. So over the next few months, This lawyer's been calling them every 2 or 3 days. Ounce here, ounce there. You know what I'm saying? So one weekend, the lawyer called and said, look, I'm having a party for me and some of my friends. He said, can you take care of me? So bro said, how much do you need? What you talking about? And he told him he was going to need about 3 or 4 ounces. Had a lot of friends coming over with they wanted to have a lot of fun. He said, oh, that ain't nothing. I got you. Now, see, let me tell you something. See, when you're dealing with a high-end clientele with that gang in that dope game, you charge them almost double what you're doing in the streets. They don't mind. They got the money. They want to pay you for the dope and your discretion. So bro taking that dope up there to him, getting double. So when he gets up there, he gives it to him, and he looks in there, he sees all the different type of people. Now the lawyer telling him, hold up. I'm going to talk to you out here. So the lawyer steps outside the apartment, and he does business with him right there in the hallway, gets it and leaves. Bro know what it is. He knows what it is. The lawyer didn't want all of those people in there to see who he was dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? These people here, high class, money. And everybody wants to make sure that nobody knows what's going on that can put them in jeopardy. Ain't no telling who was in there. So bro, cool with it though. He ain't taking none of this personal. So he leaves. He gets on down, right? Now when he leaves, the lawyer calls and tells him, look, man, I hope you don't take that personal what I did. He's like, no, we good. Don't worry about it. Everything's straight. He said, I'm going to need to talk to you in a couple of days, man, about something that I might have going on at my one of my houses, right? So bro tell him, yeah, I got you. Just let me know. So a couple of days go by. The lawyer calls bro and tells him, look, he said, I'm having a party for a lot of my friends, right? One of our friends is getting married, and we want to throw him a bachelor party. Can you help me find some product and some girls? So bro started laughing like, well, now it's over the phone, right? So bro started laughing to himself, but he's trying to play it cool. He's like, let me look into that, man. Let me look into that, see what I can do. But how many girls you need? He said, man, about 3 and 4, and they got to be willing to party. So bro tell him, all right, let me look into it and see. But he said, how much product you need? What you going to be needing? He told him, he said, man, I'm going to need probably double what you bought me the other night. So now you're talking about 6 zips. He said, oh, okay, I got you. Now he's steady more moving up. Don't get it twisted. This lawyer's paying double for everything he's getting. So bro making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money. So he goes to tell Sarah, I got something for you. This one right here gonna set us up. We might be able to get all the way out of the game with this one. He's overselling it to Sarah. He's overselling it because he don't want her to get spooked. Because she's, you know what I'm saying, understanding that she's going to be doing this to dope boys. You feel what I'm saying? People in the streets that can't run to the police because of the circumstances and the situation. But now he tells her, look, I got somebody I need you to meet. I got somebody that might be able to set both of us up for the rest of our life if we do this right. And then he tells her the lawyer's name, who he is, and all this and that, right? And she's like, nah, I'm not doing that. You don't know who these people really are. And he didn't. All he was looking at was the money. And he knew one thing, though, that this lawyer, because remember I told you the lawyer talking, this lawyer was single, recently divorced, plenty of money, and lonely. He ain't had nobody. And keep in mind, look here, when I say Sarah is fine, she fine, y'all. She fine. And she know how to work that thing. You feel me? So, she finally agrees, you know what I'm saying, to do this, right? So she said, how are we going to meet? How are we going to come together like that, right? Because on the last jump that she pulled, they ran into each other at the supermarket and all of that old kind of stuff. You know how you meet somebody and you think it's a coincidence or a random act and all this and that. This one is going to be different because she didn't run in those circles. So how was she going to get to this lawyer? So he said, look, he's throwing a bachelor party for one of his friends and I'm going to take some girls over and I want you and the homegirls to be a part of that. Go over and he said, but you get him. Let them do them, but you get him. So they all get together and come up with what they're going to wear and what they're going to do and all this and that. And everybody understands that the lawyer belongs to Sarah. Everybody else can do you. Get whoever you want to get, but the lawyer belongs to her. So they get up in there and the music is playing and everybody's having fun. Everybody's smoking weed, cocaine, champagne's flowing, all kind of liquor is flowing. Everybody's having fun and dancing and all that. And she's on him. She is on him. And he's like feeling like he's on top of the world. He hadn't had this much fun since before his divorce. And he's feeling it. So she takes him into the back room. He's high as a kite. I'm talking about when I say high, he's high as a kite. He's been smoking weed, cocaine, everything. Nose red like Rudolph the reindeer. You understand what I'm saying? So they in the back and they just chilling and she pushes him down on the bed and she's standing in front of him and she's dancing. And while she's dancing, she's slowly taking off her clothes. And as she's getting her clothes off, he's raising up on his elbows. He's looking at her and he's like, is this really happening? Is this really happening? And once she gets naked, she walks up on him real slow and she gets on top of him and she starts riding him to the point to where he don't know what to do. He ain't never had it like that. She's killing him. Later on, when they're done, she gets up and she tells him, look, I got to get back out here, but can I see you again? There's something special about you. She's hitting him with all of that, y'all. And he was like, yeah, let me give you my number. So he goes to the dresser, he grabs one of his business cards and he hands it to her. And then on the back of it, he writes his personal number. And she takes it and she stuffs it down in her bra. She said, I'll be calling you. He said, do you have a number? She said, no, I'll call you. He said, well, what's your name? And she tells him, my name is Sarah. Got him. Got him, just like that. She got him. Ain't nothing that he's going to be able to do to resist her. She's got it. So she leaves the party after a couple of hours. They all leave and the party shut down. And she gets back to folks and she tells folks what it is. She shows folks the card, sees the number on there, and he verifies this, the same number that he's got. He's like, we got it. He said, I don't know how long this is going to take. He said, but you got to put it on it. And she said, I'm going to put it on it. I'm finna make him fall in love with me. And she's into it. You understand? She's feeling all of this. She's into it now. So she's really going to put all her effort into getting him. He ain't even going to know what hit him by the time this is over. He ain't even going to know what hit him. But I'm going to tell you what hits him in this next episode. So y'all stick around. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. And I say peace, y'all.